Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a subdomain using cPanel. Subdomains are super useful if you want to build a separate section of your website, like a blog, a store, a staging site, or a members area, without buying a whole new domain name. This process takes just a couple of minutes, so let's jump right into cPanel and get started. Before we dive in, let's quickly cover what a subdomain actually is. A subdomain is essentially a prefix added before your main domain name. For example, if your website is yourdomain.com, a subdomain could look like blog.yourdomain.com or shop.yourdomain.com. It functions like its own separate website, but it's hosted under your existing domain and hosting account, which means no extra domain purchase is needed. Alright, let's get started. First, log into your hosting account cPanel dashboard. You can usually access this by going to yourdomain.com/cPanel in your browser, or through the link provided by your hosting provider. Enter your username and password, and click Log In. Once you're inside, you'll see the main cPanel dashboard with a bunch of icons organized into categories like files, databases, domains, and email. Now, scroll down, or use the search bar at the top, and look for the Domains section. Inside this section, you'll see an option labeled Create a New Domain. Go ahead and click on that. This will open up the domain management page, where we'll create our new subdomain. Modern versions of cPanel manage subdomains directly from the domains interface, while older versions may have a dedicated subdomains tool. On this page, you'll see a form with a few fields. Here's what to do. First, in the Domain field, type in the name you want for your subdomain. For example, if you want blog.yourdomain.com, you just type blog. Next, make sure the correct main domain is selected, in case you have multiple domains connected to your hosting account. Then, notice the Document Root field. This usually autofills based on the subdomain name you entered. Leave it unchecked. This is the folder where your subdomain's website files will be stored. Once everything looks good, click the Create button. That's it. cPanel will process the request for a few seconds, and you'll see a confirmation message letting you know the subdomain was successfully created. You'll also see your new subdomain listed in the table below, along with its document root and the option to manage or remove it later. If you click on the new subdomain link, you can see the new subdomain page. If you click on the subdomain's document root link, a cPanel file manager page will open to the newly created subdomain. Now that your subdomain is created, you'll want to add some content to it. Head over to the File Manager in cPanel, and navigate to the folder that matches your subdomain's document root. This is usually in the home directory, in a subfolder named after your subdomain. From here, you can upload your website files, install a CMS like WordPress, or simply add an HTML page. Once your files are in place, your subdomain will be live and accessible through its own web address. One quick note. Sometimes it can take a few minutes, or in rare cases up to 24 hours, for your subdomain to become fully accessible, due to DNS propagation. If it doesn't load right away, don't worry, just give it a little time and try again. Creating a subdomain in cPanel is quick, easy, and requires only a few steps. Once created, you can use it just like a separate website while keeping everything connected to your primary domain. Using subdomains helps organize different sections of your online presence while keeping everything under the same main domain. Subdomains are useful for blogs, online stores, customer portals, branch websites, development sites, documentation, and support centers. Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more web hosting and cPanel tutorials. See you in the next video.